Welcome everyone to Colonial Plaza, the Steamrollers versus the Kernels on game number 63 here in Cheese League Baseball. Poke Mena gets the start today for the Steamrollers, and Jaime Woods starting for the home team Kernels. And Kurt Johnston's going to lead us off for the Rollers today. And hits a base hit. That's actually probably extra bases. And it is. Leadoff double here for Johnston. And just like that, we're rolling here. No pun intended. Chuck Rockett steps in and grounds that one to Hendricks. Gets the out at first as the runner advances to third. So one out, runner on third for Banjo Crane, right fielder for the Rollers. Let's look real quick. Jaime Woods, four-seamer, two-seamer, slider, and curve, or change, I apologize. More velocity pitcher, mid-range velocity, and he walks him. He's not very happy with himself, Woods. Brings up Hudson Hopkins, but runners in the corners, one out here, top of the first. See, Woods is, like I said, more of a mid-tier velocity guy. Lower on junk and accuracy. That one's hit very, very high. Let's see if it has the distance. And it does. It actually might have been higher than it was long. 415-foot shot. Hudson Hopkins, his first homer of the year, fourth RBI, a three-run homer here, and the Steamrollers are on the board first. Annika Proctor steps in and grounds that one to Jeffries for the second out of the inning. Jericho Dozenroll steps in with two outs now. Woods is looking tense already. That would be two if he just gave up a three-run blast. And that one's hit into right field for a base hit. So Dozenrolls is on board. Shepard Pace steps in. Pace has moved down quite a bit in the lineup. I don't know what the Rollers manager is thinking there. Hitting 364 so far this season. 93 in the gun there from Woods. That's about what you'll see from him. 1-2 now to Pace. And it gets him swinging. Good pitch there from Woods. But the Steamrollers strike first. They lead at 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Vicente Jeffries steps in, and that one's hit to Proctor. She takes it herself for the first out. Nico Hendricks, shortstop for the Kernels, hits one up the middle for a base hit, so Kernels have a base runner now. Brings up Leon Sanford. Hendricks runs pretty well there at first, so that one's hit a ton, but foul. And they check on Hendricks. Get the Poke Mena here quick. And that one is fouled away. Mena, four-seamer, two-seamer, slider, and curve. He's the submariner. Throws that one in the dirt. There was no chance to throw him out. So now runner on second, one out. And he gets him swinging high and inside. Aldo Davis steps in. Having a great season. 448, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Poke Mena is a velocity pitcher and a junk pitcher, not accuracy at all. He's that submariner. And 3-0 now to Davis. And just like that, that's what I'm talking about. No accuracy there from Mena. He's actually 0-1 on the season. Jaime Woods is 1-1 on the season. Corbin Fry steps in and hits that one into right field. Crane there, throws home. No play at the plate. Good throw there from Crane, though. So now runners in the corners. And 2 outs. Marcus Gangnam steps in. Kernels first baseman. 1-1 to Gangnam. And I think the Steamrollers bench wanted that call. That looked pretty good at the knees. 3-1 though on Gangnam, and he walks him. So Mena walks the bases loaded as John Thicket comes in. And that's low for a ball. And that one's hit into left field. 1 run comes home. They hold the runner. Base is still loaded. And the Kernels get 2 back here. On the Steamrollers, Lando Wentz steps in now. Catcher. And Wentz hits that one, but right at Crane for the final out of the inning. Kernels get 2. Leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the second. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Steamrollers. Alex Clark steps in. And strike. Let's see if Woods can settle down now. And gets her chasing. They throw down to first just to make sure. So 1 out now. Kai Best steps in. Catcher for the Steamrollers. It does look like Woods is maybe throwing a little, trying to aim the ball maybe. One's over to Woods actually for the second out. Kurt Johnson steps in, 1 for 1, led the game off with a double. And now Woods is settling down. He's moved to neutral. And that one's grounded to Jeffries for the final out of the inning. So maybe he's settling down a little bit. Steamrollers go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Dexter Maddox steps in. Center fielder here for the home team Kernels. Looks rattled though. That one's popped up. And hauled in there by Crane. Leadoff man now, Jeffrey steps in with 1 out. He's 0 for 1 today. And quickly 0-2 on Jeffries. See, Mena looks tense as well. See if he can settle down this inning. And gets him, striking out. So Jeffries goes down on strikes. That brings up Nico Hendricks, 1 for 1 with a single. He's juiced. And ooh, chin music there from Mena. And again, actually knocked him down. And they're going right at him. 3-1 now to Hendricks. And popped up. Proctor's there and puts it away for the final out. So the Kernels go down in order. 2, 3, and 4 due up now for the Steamrollers in the top of the third. Chuck Rockett steps in. Takes the ball high. And there's a strike. And 3-1 now to Rockett. And walked him. So runner on first now for the Rollers. Brings up Banjo Crane, who walked his first time up. And that one's hit into center field. That's going to be extra bases for sure. And runners coming home. It's an RBI double. And Steamrollers take the 4-2 lead as Hudson Hopkins steps in. Pops that one up. And I think that's going to get foul behind the screen or off the screen, yes. Both these teams are pretty evenly matched. They both sit at bottom of the Cheddar division. 4 and 7 are the Steamrollers and the Kernels respectively. And he strikes him out. So Hopkins goes down on strikes. That brings up Annika Proctor, 0 for 1 today. 1 out, runner on second. So it's a pretty even matchup. And Steamrollers fans, you're going to be happy to know that we have a couple more Steamrollers games coming up here in order. They play the Kernels again tomorrow, and then they play, I actually forget, they play another game after that. So the schedule's working it all out as that one's fouled away. Things are evening out as we get toward the second half of the season. Full count now, and she is walked. So Proctor's walked. Brings up Jericho dozen rolls, 1 for 1 today with a single. Runners on first and second and 1 out. Woods moves back to tense. Does not like these runners on base. That one's hit right at Maddox. Runner tags and makes it the third. So now runners on the corners. Shepard Pace steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 outs. And that one's looped. And Hendricks is there to put it away for the final out. The Steamrollers get 1. They lead it 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the third. And Leon Sanford steps in, 0 for 1 today. Mena's looked like he's settled down. He's 35 pitches now here in the bottom of the third. He throws a lot of balls. Ooh, he plunked him. So Sanford is hit. That brings up Aldo Davis. And that's a little tapper. Proctor's there. Throws over to Mena. Oh my gosh, that was very close. Get the out though, so runner on second now, 1 out. Corbin Fry steps in. Strike high and inside. Popped up. Let's see who's going to get that. It's going to be Rocket. And it is. Puts it away for the second out. 2 outs. Runner on second. Marcus Gangnam steps in. He walked his first time up. Looks at a ball high and outside from Mena. See, Mena's accuracy is just way, way down there. That one's grounded Proctor. She takes it herself for the third out of the inning. So moving to the top of the fourth. Alex Clark steps in.
Number 16.
Clark fouls that one off. She's 0 for 1 today. And the 1-2 now to Clark. And high and outside, 2-2. Popped up. Corbin Fry settles under it for the first out.
Now batting the catcher, number 9.
Kai Best now. 0 for 1 today. That one's fouled right in front of the Steamrollers dugout. Popped up. And Wentz puts it away. Kurt Johnston steps in now, top of the order. 1 for 2 so far today. 55 pitches now for Jaime Woods. And that was fouled away. 2-2 to Johnston. He pops that one up to Fry for the final out of the inning. Bottom part of the order, due up now for the home team, Kernels. Here in the bottom of the fourth, John Thickett steps in. Hits that one quite well. That one is carrying, and it's off the wall. Doesn't roll, snags it off the carom there. So leadoff double brings up Lando Wentz. Thickett runs pretty decent actually at second base. And that one's popped up and fouled away behind home plate. I think that's, yeah, it gets off the screen. Do it again. 1-1 now to Wentz. That one's popped up. Clark's there. She settles under it for the first out of the inning. Brings up Maddox, who's 0 for 1, still feeling rattled, hitting .206 this season. Takes the ball outside from Mena. Mena's now at 51 pitches. His stats are starting to creep down ever so slightly. That's a base hit. That's actually going to be extra bases into right center field. 1 run scores. Well, the only run scores. And it's an RBI double. And the Kernels are chipping away. It's 4-3 now. Vincente Jeffrey steps in. Pretty good speed on the bases here, too, for the Kernels. Let's see if they can capitalize here. With 1 on, 1 out. Jeffries fouls that one off. 2-2. And, oh, kind of crossed up Best there. Runner advances to third. And that one is right at Clark. So the infield playing in kind of worked out there for the Steamrollers. Brings up Nico Hendricks. 2 outs, runner on third. And 2-0 to Hendricks. And 3-0 now. Oh, and he plunked him. Whew. Right in like the shin. That looked like it hurt. And we're going to have a pitching change. Hoots Elliott's coming in out of the bullpen, and Hendricks is injured after getting plunked there, a sore big toe. So Elliott comes out of the pen. And 1-2 now to Samford. And now the full count. Runners in the corners, 2 outs, and walked him. Brings up Aldo Davis with the bases loaded here. And 2 outs. That one's hit very, very well. And no doubt about that. Grand slam, Aldo Davis. 442 feet. It's a pretty darn big ballpark. And the Kernels now take the 7-4 lead. Corbin Fry steps in. Pops that one up. Lots of foul territory here, too. Oh, no, it's actually staying fair. Johnson puts it away for the final out. So, wow, the Kernels get 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. They now lead at 7-4. Anything can happen in baseball. It's amazing. Chuck Roquette steps in, and he's brushed off the plate. And 1-1. And high and inside. 2-1 now to Roquette. And they brush him off again. 3-1. Roquette pops that one up. Samford's there to put it away for the first out. Brings up Banjo Crane, double walk and an RBI today. Woods now has a comfortable lead. So he's kind of settling in. Stats are trending down, but he's 68 pitches now. Top of the 5th. And that one's hit right to Fry. Line drive for the second out. Hopkins steps in, 1 for 2. Home run and 3 ribbies already today. And that one's hit quite well. And off the wall. Hopkins in there with a 2-out double. So now the Steamrollers have a base runner. Annika Proctor stepping in. RBI man activated for Proctor. And she fouls that one away. 1-1 now. And the 2-1 now to Proctor. And strike. 2-2. Woods try to get her to chase outside. Full count now. Fouled away. And she's walked. So Proctor walks. Brings up Jericho Dozenrolls, who's 1 for 2 today with a single. And we're going to have a pitching change. Linguino coming in out of the Kernels bullpen. And Dozenrolls grounds out to Hendricks to end the inning. 6, 7, 8 due up now for the Kernels. Marcus Gangnam 0 for 1. Hoots Elliott still in out of the bullpen. He's not a big velocity guy, but more of a junk pitcher. And 2-2 now to Gangnam. And, ooh, very inside. And again, very inside. So Gangnam walks to lead off. the bottom of the 5th here.
Number 28.
Pickett steps in. I can't imagine that Elliott will pitch to too many more hitters. 1-1 now in Pickett, and that's outside 2-1. And working back now, 2-2. And the full count, lots of full counts here today, holy cow. And he walks him. So Elliott walks Pickett. That brings up Lando Wentz. And they're sticking with Elliott out of the pen. Runners on first and second, no outs here. And the 1-2 now to Wentz. And try to tie him up inside, 2-2. And got him swinging. So 1 out now. Runners on first and second still. It brings up Dexter Maddox, who's 1 for 2 with a double. And an RBI too, I believe. That one's popped up. Banjo Crane is there. Runner goes. And wow. Banjo Crane. Pretty darn good arm out there in right field. Runner advances to third. So runners on the corners. Vincente Jeffries steps in with 2 outs. And 1-1 now on Jeffries. Popped up. Pace camps under it for the final out of the inning. Bottom part of the order due up again for the Steamrollers. Go to the top of the 6th. And Shepard Pace. Linguino still in out of the pen. One and 2 now on Pace. Drop third strike, but they throw down to first and get him out. Alex Clark now 0 for 2. These two will match up again in game number 64. Said pretty evenly matched. That one's hit into center field, but Maddox is there to put that away. I thought that actually might have dropped and got in the gap, but maybe not. And Best steps in. Looks at a ball low. The home crowd definitely wanted that pitch. Looked like a good one to me too. 1-1 now to Best. And Best pops that one up. To Sanford for the final out. 2-3-4 due up for the Kernels. Hendricks single and hit by pitch today. Nixon's coming in now out of the bullpen and gets him a ground out to Pace for the first out of the inning. Now Sanford steps in, walking, hit by a pitch his last time up. Nixon a little bit more of an accuracy pitcher than any of the other Steamrollers pitchers that we've seen so far today. And 2-2 now on Sanford. Whiffer was activated. And that one's hit into left field for a base hit. So a 1-out base hit here for Leon Sanford. And that brings up Aldo Davis, who's 1 for 2 today with a home run. And fouls out, went away. And good pitch there. 1-2 now to Davis. Now it's lined out to Pace. Second out of the inning. Corbin Fry now 1 for 3, single and an RBI. One now to Fry. And swings through that one, kind of gets away from Best. I don't know what happened there. Maybe closed the glove too early. 1-2 to Fry. And, ooh, that looked like a good pitch. That one's fouled off. These pitches are close. This ump is a little tight today. 2-2 now. That one's hit up the middle. Base hit. They send the runner. Play at the plate. And he's safe. So Kernels take the 8-4 lead. And that one's hit through the right side. That brings up Thicket, 2 for 2 today, double single. With runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 1-1 now on Thicket. And that's popped up. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Crane puts it away for the 3rd out. Go to the top of the 7th now. Top of the order due up for the Steamrollers. And this is the Kernels' chance to lock it in. Nicholson now takes place at shortstop. Defensive replacement, that one's hit. And diving catch, nice sliding catch there by Leon Sanford for the 1st out. Chuck Rockett now steps in. And looks at 2 balls. And now 3 balls, 3-0 to Rockett. And that one's popped up. And he's walked. So Rockett walks. 1 out walk. Banjo Crane steps in. 1 for 2 today. Popped up. Wentz doesn't have to move at all. Puts it away for the 2nd out. So Steamrollers are down to their final out here as Hudson Hopkins steps in. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double today. Takes a ball inside from Linguino. And there's a strike. 96 in the gun. And tied him up. 1-2 to Hopkins. Now the 2-2. And full count. And he's walked. So Hopkins walks. And just like that, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Annika Proctor. High and outside strike. And grooves one in there. 0-2 to Proctor. And got her swinging. She is very upset with herself. Kernels win. And boy, did they win big. 8-4. That big 5-run bottom of the 4th really sealed the deal, didn't it? 4-5-0 for the Steamrollers, 8-9-0 for the Kernels. Let's take a look at the offense. For the Steamrollers, Johnston, Rockett, Johnston, Crane, Hopkins, and dozen rolls with all the hits. Big hits from Hudson Hopkins there. The home run for sure. And also Crane had an RBI. But on the Kernels side, Hendricks 1 for 3, Sanford 1 for 2, Aldo Davis 1 for 3, and that one was a big one. And that was a grand salami. He had 4 RBIs today, also walked. Let's see, who else had all the RBIs? And Corbin Fry had 2 RBIs as well, and so did John Thicket, who had a good game. So, good game all around there for the Kernels. Linguino gets the win, Mena gets the loss. He drops to 0-2 in this season. And see 2 walks there. See 5 walks total on the Steamroller side. Actually 6 walks on the Kernel side. So walks really, really hurt you. Seems like the Steamrollers had every count was a 3-2 count though in the hitters. Just rough. Top 3 players of the game. Hudson Hopkins gets the nod here. 2 for 3, home run, double, 3 RBIs and a run. Aldo Davis, 1 for 3, home run. Of course, that grand slam and 2 runs. And then John Thicket, 2 for 3, double RBI and a run. That's how game number 63 ends here, folks. On Cheese League Baseball on Geek Cheese on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this. Steamrollers and Kernels will face off again in game number 64. So, a little rematch. Here, let's see who can win that time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter at Geek_Cheese for your Cheese League Baseball announcements and news. And we will see you next time. Have a good one, folks. Take care. Kernels win.